welcome to Wager Talk. My name is Minty. Joining me today, I have Teddy Savransky at Teddy_covers on Twitter and Brian Leonard at BLeonardSports on Twitter. This Sunday, we've got the Kansas City Chiefs at Detroit Lions. Now, the Lions haven't lost yet the wise guys love their defense, even though Darius Slay isn't playing. What do we think of that? Is that going to affect the game that much?
I mean, we don't know yet if Slay is going to play. He's listed as he's one of 3 Lions defensive starters that's listed as questionable this week. And if Darius Slay doesn't play, it's an impact injury. We're talking about a Pro Bowl caliber cornerback, Detroit shutdown guy against a team that has the best quarterback I've ever seen. I mean, let's call it how it is. When you see something that's an outlier, a black swan, something that you don't often run into, you try to make money off of that thing, and that thing is Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback. I'm 51 years old. You're older than me. You ever seen anyone better?
Been impressive.
I mean, really impressive. And here's a Lions team. I mean, the one thing about Detroit, and the quote out of Stafford after the win in Philly last week to go 2-0-1 is, he's like, look, we haven't lost a game yet. We haven't even played a good game yet. So Detroit has a better game in them than what we've seen. I'm confident of that. But we've seen sharp money against Kansas City week 1. It lost. Sharp money against Kansas City week 2. It lost. Sharp money against Kansas City week 3. It lost. And if these Lions defenders end up playing, I expect to see sharp money against KC in week 4. And I'm not expecting that one to win either. It's Chiefs or pass for me.
See, I look at it as if you talked about, obviously the starting quarterback edge. I like Stafford also. I think Stafford's a guy who gets a lot of bad press, but he's a good quarterback. The deal with the Lions is they've pretty much been outgained in every game they've been in, so they could easily be 0-3. Obviously, when they played Arizona, more of a prevent defense, so I don't know about that. But you talked about Mahomes. The Chiefs are 3rd in the league at protecting the quarterback. When you take a look at yards per play from passing, 10.2. 3rd place is a 1.5 yards differential. That's San Francisco. That tells you how much better they are than anybody else. They got a quarterback who hasn't thrown an interception yet. And oh, by the way, they're playing in a dome this week. Kansas City is going to put up some points. To me, it's either Kansas City or the over in this game. Detroit can match them. The problem is with Detroit is they're going to try to run the football. But Kansas City is last in the NFL in yards per carry. So people can run the football on Kansas City, which on one hand takes time off the clock, but on the other hand moves the football pretty well because they've been really bad against the run this season.
So how do we make money in the NFL? You make money in the NFL finding stats that lie. All right, flat out. If you can find a stat that is lying to you, the betting markets are going to be looking at that stat and going, Kansas City cannot stop the run, like the market's doing right now. Kansas City hasn't given 2 shits about stopping the run this entire season because they're leading in every game. Run the ball all you want. They don't care. That's part of their game plan. The Chiefs' bad defensive statistics, and you're going to see them week in, week out. This defense is terrible. It's just as bad as last year's. Maybe it is. But that defensive failures, according to the marketplace, has resulted in 3 wins and 3 covers for Kansas City so far. 3 comfortable wins. And, even last week, Baltimore got the late TD and you had to sweat a 2-point conversion. But Kansas City was in control of that game, just like they were in week 2, just like they were in week 1, and just like they should be in Detroit on Sunday.
When you look at the Lions offense this year, they're 22nd in the league in passing yards per game. But they're 11th in the league in passing yards per attempt. So they are having success throwing the football. It's just that management doesn't want them to do it. They want to run the football more than they do pass. And I think both teams will get on the board for some nice scores this game. I like the over.
Cool. Thank you, guys. $9 Monday at wagertalk.com and sportsmemo.com. All daily packages for Monday's action are only $9, including any 5% best bets, normally priced at $40.